Okay, so in phase 2 we will discuss about data types in Dart. So before starting data type, I would like to give you a short introduction about variables. What is variable? Variables are used to store information to be referenced and manipulated in a computer program. They also provide a way of labeling data with a descriptive name, so our programs can be understood more clearly by the reader and ourselves. It is also helpful to think of variables as containers that hold information. Their sole purpose is to be labeled and store data in memory. The data can then be used throughout your program. So let's see what are the syntax of declaring variables. So here you can see we have a syntax of declaring variables. But before discussing the syntax, I would like to talk about some rules of naming variables. So naming variables is known as one of the most difficult tasks in computer programming. When you naming the variables, think hard about the names because names sometimes create a difficulty for our readers. So try to best to make sure that the name you are assigning to a variable is accurately descriptive and understandable to another reader. Sometimes that other reader is yourself when you revisit a program then you wrote months or even years earlier, so it may create problems for you if you didn't assign good names to a variables. So when you assign a variable, you use a symbol is equal to, which is letting you to understand that this variable have a value this or this. For example, in the above example we have a is equal to 12. So a is defining that a has a value 12 and first name is equal to Ahmed. So first name is defining that first name has a value Ahmed. So there are rules, as I stated that we have rules for naming variables. We cannot use any alphabet or any numeric at the beginning of a variable name. So there are rules which I will share in a description. You can see there what are the rules for declaring naming variables. So here variables has three parts. First is data type, and then second variable name, and the third is value which a variables hold. So when we declare a variable, we have to specify a data type, that what is the data type of a variable and what is the value which we are storing in a variable. So let's discuss about data types. Data types in Dart. Data is an important part of every programming language. We give data to a computer and get output as a return from the computer. Data types specify the type of data which a variables hold. A variable is a small memory location that stores data, as we have discussed. So data can be any kind of, it may be numerical data, alphabetical or boolean type of data. So here are some data types in Dart. The first data type is number, which is subcategorized into int and double, and the second is string, which holds the data of string. It means string will hold the data like a plain text, and booleans which hold the data in true or false format, and list which holds the data in a format of list like array, and map which holds the data map. So these are the data types in Dart, and in coming video we will discuss, we will see how we use these data types in our computer programming.